The wind blew a tremendous hole through the back of it. As you see, that this was on there. The wind got through and started blowing everything around. If you're wondering how I got here, if you see this and you're wondering how I got here, here's how. Hey, we're back. I was supposed to drop off the load that I had on the trailer yesterday, but prolonged load times. I wasn't able to get it done yesterday. Dropped it off today. And here picking up now, out here in Laredo, Texas. Beautiful Laredo, Texas. I don't know if y'all remember when I was on this dirt road before. I don't know if y'all remember when I was out here before. And I was talking about these cacti. Oh, I wonder what type of insect that is. If you know, comment down below. But here goes the flower right here. The fruit is budding finally on some of these. That's the yellow flower that grows on here. Now these bulbs that you see, is fruit that you see, it's gonna turn red. It's gonna turn red. This is my state, this is my home. These are huge now. They weren't this big before last time I was out here. These are tiny. Look, they're even coming off of what look like tree trunks down there. Wild, ain't it? How about you put some of these in the window in front of your child's bedroom? It's the way to get down. Talk about layers of defense, baby. I'm the last truck in line here. You got another one coming up all the way down there. More than likely gonna be here for quite some time. Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah. I'm gonna get back there, get this little break started, and relax in my sleeper until they call me and tell me it's time for me to bring my butt back there and get loaded. Man, this week has proven and been a stark reminder on wait times. It's been a long time since I've had wait times like this. I think I was here since what, 10 maybe? Around about 10 o'clock in the morning. Currently, it is 3:35. Ain't no way I've been waiting for 5 hours. Maybe, shoot, let's check. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh yeah, I'm about to hit 4 hours since I've been here. So that's about right. And I barely was able, there was so many trucks in here when I got here. I was barely able to get it straight. I'm like leaning over here, my trailer off to the side. That's alright. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get out of here too, because this is really tight fit. And then the exit is going that way. And the scale. So I might have to ask for them to pick that up back into that little area and then make my left to try to get on out of here. But possibly I'll be getting this tubing or whatever this isn't even tubing. I don't even know what the heck this is used for. Yes. That's where I'm stuck at right now. Got some steel hecho in Mexico over here. It still's got to be tarp, even though you've got a bunch of rust stains and stuff on there. All right, just like I did while I was at TMC. always make sure that your sharp edges are covered. You don't want to rip your actual tarps. So I'll put these daggone canvas tarps down to make sure these are good to go. Still, like you read, HOMA, before somebody says it, because there's always one person, why are we getting steel from Mexico like we don't make plenty of it here? Look, if it wasn't for this steel coming over the border from Mexico, I wouldn't have this load, and it wouldn't be putting money in my pocket, which is going to be putting money back into the economy some type of way, because Maverick's got to spend it, I got to spend it. The company that bought it is going to make it into something else. They're going to sell it, and then they're going to spend it on something else. You know, that's just how it rolls. So it's good that we've got international trade going on, because we all eating, and we all eating together. So think of the big picture. All right. So I don't know what I was thinking. I tried to put steel tarps on this. The length was good. I mean, the height. The length, not so much. I had to lift this, these other tarps up here, the lumber tarps, because I didn't have the forklift driver throw it up for me. So now I gotta finish it the rest of the way. I told y'all I'll always keep it real with y'all. Today's definitely one of those days where I'm questioning my life choices. Holy crap. I don't even know what I'm gonna do to make up for the time that I lost and make up for the money I'm possibly losing being at this shipper's hill long. But luckily, here, it's damn near guaranteed that I'm gonna get paid for the detention. Not a lot, it's like 15 an hour, you know, but that's something. Whew, and I've been here for probably about 7 hours now. I think I sent it in too early. I gotta call tomorrow and make sure we get that straightened up and corrected. All right. F that. I'm gonna get some water. I'll come back to it. After all of this, struggling to get this thing on, lift it up here myself, I put it on backwards. So the only thing I could do, because every problem has a solution, drag it to the front, right, fold the rear of what's going to become the front tarp up, and then fold it back over the what's going to become the rear tarp now. You know, I saw a billboard. I'm gonna just sit down for a second and just chit chat, because I saw a billboard the other day that just said, "Be still and know that I am God." Right? And I don't want to be preachy. This channel is definitely not about being preachy, like whatsoever. But I found that I fell victim to reacting based off of anxiety. That doesn't always work in your favor. So if you slow down, you plan, you know, you may mess up, you may stumble, you may fall a little bit. Unforeseen circumstances may arise that, you know, gives you a hell of a time, like today, and, you know, whatever issues you may be dealing with. But every problem has a solution, right? So yeah, just take your time, solve it. And like it says in the Psalms, just be still and know that He is God, right? Whatever is happening is going to work out in your favor, is going to work out in your benefit anyway. So, yeah, just do it. This is going to work out in my benefit some kind of way. For example, learning the lesson to not do that again, right? That's beneficial. And it's hot, and all I want is a shower. So I don't think I'm gonna make it far. Hopefully this Road Ranger is open when I leave here. All right, 8 hours into it. I got her done. Probably not my best looking work of art. I had to get a little creative back here. You see it's got a little bit of an overhang. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm soaked. Sun is already starting to set. When I started this video, you saw the sun was up. Now, it's getting dark, and this is just that one place. That's all I'm saying about that. This happens sometimes. I can't forget to make sure my wood gets closed back up. Oh, he came from. I lost a glove too, man. I don't know where the heck my other glove went. All right, I'm gonna go make sure my wood gets tied back up and my dunnage. I'm gonna go. So I had the opportunity to help out a driver today. You see it's starting to lighten and everything. We did a switch for the trailer. I had left Laredo and now I'm coming back down to Laredo with his load, and he's going up to Oklahoma with the load that I was supposed to bring up to Oklahoma. Make it easy for him to go home and get his family time, and for me to go home. As you see, I stopped with an hour and 18 minutes left here. And I drove, we had these training storms out here in Texas, and it rained all day long. And my favorite weather to drive in, honestly, is the rain. I love driving in the rain. What I don't like driving in is severe weather. I don't want to drive in anything where you've got these, increased in these elevated risk of microbursts or straight line winds and baseball or softball sized hail and tornadoes and stuff like that. I will definitely pull over, but I thoroughly enjoy driving on days like today. The thunder, the lightning, the rain. The only time I don't like it is when I'm going through huge cities. Luckily, they act a little tame out here in Texas when it rains. You still have your handful of idiots. I don't know if you heard the thunder. It's late. I'm gonna take about 5 minutes to just sit here and enjoy it, because this is the weather that I honestly like. So when you hear people, fleet managers, that's like, oh, like you've got what the heck is my camera doing? When they're like, oh, like you can't be afraid to drive in the rain. Like, no, I've never been afraid to drive in the rain. That's my favorite thing to drive in, even more than seeing like the beautiful cloudless days. It's serene. You get a little bit of peace out of it. Ooh, look at that. It's coming down now. And it's kind of empty in here. You're going to start seeing people coming in here. Try to wait this out, and there's not even anything that needs to be waited out like that, unless it's like so bad you can't see. But this is definitely drivable weather, drive-throughable weather. Let me see, actually, before I cut off this feed, if I can get it pulled up for y'all here, what it's actually looking like right now. And what I'm sitting in. Here we go. When I looked earlier, there was a ginormous hail core. Not anymore. It is I was worried I was right in the middle of the hail core, and I zoomed into where I'm sitting at, and it disappeared, honestly. But there you could see that purple started where it was hailing, and then it disappeared. Now it's just heavy rain and lightning. And that's how I know when it's safe to drive or I need to pull over. I would keep going in this. Wind isn't too bad. We're good. All right. I'm gonna go let this sound put me to sleep. I'll take it easy. All right. Let us get back on this road, on this lovely day here. We're ready.
Sulphur Mine Road.
Oh yeah, we're here. We are at my pickup. Same pickup I was at the other day. What ended up happening was I had to switch that load with another driver. I think I mentioned that in another little clip, but switch that load with another driver, help him get home.
Turn left on Sulphur Mine Road.
Yeah, I know. Is this Sulphur Mine? This is Sulphur Mine. Oh, CBP. Ooh, and the line is empty. That's what you get for coming and showing up when it's raining. If I was CBP right now, throw that joint right in that four-wheel. This is the perfect little perimeter road to do those, to go drifting in. Dang. Surprised whoever was back there ain't get stuck. That's crazy. The wild sunflowers back here.
Arrive at 105 Sulphur Mine Road on the right.
Sir, so today should be quick. I was here the other day. I was here for 7 hours. 7 hours, almost 8. I could have did a full reset right here. Talking about getting loaded.
0.3 miles ahead, turn right.
Talking about getting loaded. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I think this guy right here, the blue cab, I think I'm gonna pull up.
In 1/4 mile, arrive at 105 Sulphur Mine Road.
If anything, I'll reverse it. Let's see. I don't know how far. Why is he all the way back here? I'm skipping you, buddy. You probably sleep in there. But they gonna call him on his, yeah, he sleep. He's a dream catcher. He's probably from Oklahoma. But they're gonna call him anyway when it's his turn to come in. So it's not like technically I'm skipping him. But I'm not walking through all that dirt and everything. You just saw all that mud on this dirt road for that distance to go check in. Like cacti. cactus plants. Love those things. Shit. And we're chill. This guy, I was here the other day with this guy. He stole a Western Express tarp. Or maybe he didn't steal it, I don't know. But I know he doesn't work for Western Express. Yep, we're here. You get to see my pajamas and stuff sitting back there. So what's gonna happen, I'm gonna go check in. Let them know I'm here. I'm gonna have to wait for a, hey, they're moving up. So you can see both hands, steering wheel. I am not hand holding anything. That's not how it gets down over chill. Alright. Okay. So he moved up. I'm gonna get up out of chill. And go ahead, check in, come back, and wait for them to give me a phone call. Hopefully it don't take 7 hours today. I'm trying to get home, baby. I'll be back. Need the cell phone. I'm gonna tell you exactly how this ground feel right now when you're walking on it. You remember making the paper mache projects when you were in school? And you got that goop that you make? It feels just like that goop, but on the bottom of your shoe when you walking on. That's the best descriptive word that I can give you, is it feels like paper mache goop. So the other day I was here for 7 hours. I got here this morning, or around this afternoon. It's been almost 4 hours that I was here today. Now, crap. Who's on the scale? So now,
just drive back and take off the spread from the top.
okay.
And then whenever you take off the bundle, you bring it back to the scale.
Okay. Yeah, so now I'm like, do they tell you? Do they ever look at you and when you say, hey, I need a load, company, and then the company should be like, hey, what type of load are you delivering? What's it look like? What's the shape? You feel me? Look at this. Alright, so I'm gonna put y'all on game while I get these damn things ready over here. What ended up happening, put you on game while I get my stuff ready. What ended up happening, pulled forward, got scaled in, 80,000 something pounds, pulled, went back, got the straps off and took off a bundle, 77 something thousand pounds. Then I went back, he said, oh, we took the wrong bundle off, I had to back up, they had to put another bundle on. Now I get to finish, you know, doing my thing. I don't know why the heck I'm so dark over here, but whatever. Supposed to be my home load. I'm supposed to be going home. It's now like 5 something. Even I don't even trust this damn load. I'm gonna use as many straps on here as I can. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna hit y'all up and update y'all later.
You're gonna have to take it outside. We're about to take off.
Okay. Seriously. Come up to me after. Hey driver, you're gonna have to take it outside. We're about to take off. So y'all get to go to y'all families. You know, and I said I was gonna use as many straps as I could. I really wasn't joking. I don't like or trust loads like this at all. This is you know, it's top heavy, it's awkwardly shaped. You gotta make sure there's a strap that hits every single point on here pretty much. So that's exactly what I did. I wanted to add a few more belly straps. I have the two on the very bottom. And I asked him, yo, are you doing 2 or 3 tier high? And he told me I'm doing 3. I said, okay, I went with it. You know, so I put the belly straps where I put them at originally, just to be like, yo, this is going over 3 tiers. You know, so sometimes you can't talk to these shippers, and they can leave you high and dry. It's like, oh boy, well, you're gonna have to take it outside. Bro, it's your fault. Now I'm in the freaking mud. Trying to get this stuff handled. And I'm like, dog, this is y'all's fault, legitimately. That one, I'm here this late, because y'all can't seem to get it together at all. Anytime I'm here, honestly. Two, dude, y'all gonna have to wait that out. No, I ain't make that argument. I ain't stupid. I'm gonna just I'll let my company fight this. Company fight it. I was gonna walk back over there and get a something out the vending machine, and then realized, oh yeah, they left. So y'all will see here in a bit how I ended up making this work. Before I start tightening this down. What I came up with, and I gotta send these pictures into the job and let them see it before I tarp this awkward. So next is getting it tarped. So this is the way the week ended, and I'm trying to restart now. I had to finagle this. When I got back, it was almost midnight, so I'm going to take more pictures once I get this fixed and send it over to the job. I did this, and the wind blew a tremendous hole through the back of it. As you see, that this was on there. The wind got through and started blowing everything around, and all of this separated. The stitching is what ended up happening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this back top off. I'm going to put a steel tarp on over the canvas. I'm going to use my third canvas, lay the third canvas through the middle of the load. So I have all 3 on there. That's what y'all are hearing. So I'm gonna have all 3 canvas tarps on there. And then I'm gonna put a steel tarp on, and then this may go to the front. I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I think this is pure genius. I'll tell you exactly what I did. I took the, well, first off, I sent photos of the damage to the job. A lot of people, y'all mess up, and then y'all try to be like, oh man, I messed up. How can I hide this? How can I get away with it? First and foremost, never do that. Nobody can trust you if that's your character. That's it, right? But what I did, I took what's left of the back flap, I folded that sucker up to the top of the product here. I know it's kind of dark. So now it's directly on the top of the product. And then I put inside of the little eyelet the bungee, pull the bungee through. And I did the same thing on the other side. So now the back flap has some protection on it. The only thing I'm worried about, or the product has some protection on it from the back flap. Only thing I'm worried about are these loose pieces here that I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to get creative with. So this is how I decided to try it. I'm hoping that coming from this middle eyelet over to this D-ring, that this bungee here will be able to hold that flappy piece in, and I don't have to worry about too much more destruction to this thing. But I'm trying here to keep this together as much as possible. I'm due for preventative maintenance anyway, so I think what's gonna end up happening before I get on this road, I think what's gonna end up happening is I may get deadheaded to one of the terminals, the closest terminal where I'm gonna be dropping off at, and they'll probably do my preventative maintenance and let me replace the tarp. Hopefully I don't have to get this tarp out of my check because of the fact that it's like not repairable whatsoever, and I am claiming it because technically, I mean, it was in my care when it happened, you know. Now, when I was up there, show you how hot it is. I've seen it before. It's still so boots muddy. It's awkwardly shaped. It's round. Probably got to buy a microphone too. I don't know how bad this is gonna sound, but it's awkwardly shaped. It's round, and I am slipping on it, trying to like crawl, trying to get this thing right. It just wasn't a good end to the week, man. So I'm gonna catch y'all for the next video, and I'm gonna catch you guys on catch y'all for the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just a bad week in the life of a flatbedder. That might be what I call it.